Okay, so today we'll be going over the Shinobird deck. Um, so I was just a few days ago. I was just making a bunch of ritual decks. This is the most interesting one I've made, so I'm gonna do a review on it. So first we have Amano Iwado, which shuts down everything. So essentially, since Baroness and Baron can special summon this because of their effects, you can just special summon that to stop your opponent from being able to activate their effects, except their spirit monsters. Then we have Incantation Bookstone, ran at 2. It's just incantations, great for ritual decks. Candle, I only run at 1, because I usually only need one, so I usually only need one of the ritual spell. Then we have Chalice Slime, which is, of course, going to be here. Then we have Pencil Plume, which is Ritual Monster Recursion. And also, I run it at 2. This is Ritual Spell Recursion. This is Monster Search, which is really good and if I need it. Then these are the Baroness and Baron. Baroness is you can ritual summon this card with Shinobird's Calling. If this card is ritual summon, you can shuffle up to 3 spell/trap cards your opponent controls into the deck. Then you can spell summon 1 level 4 lower spirit monster from your deck in normal summoning conditions, like Amano Iwado or the other Shinobird monsters. If this card was special summoned this turn, return it to hand, and if you do, special summon 2 Shinobird tokens. Shinobaron is like different. They both cover the same spectrum though. This one instead uh returns up to 3 monsters your opponent controls to the hand. Then you can special summon 1 level 4 lower spirit monster from your hand in order special summoning condition. And they both have the same once per turn during the end phase. So you could use this to summon Mono Waddle, or you can summon this to summon Crane, activate their Shinobird's Calling, the ritual spell to summon this. Have both of these on field, activate Crane's effect first, because since it's a trigger effect, you can activate that first, then her trigger effect, and they can't Ash Blossom it. So you get to draw a card and also pop the 3 cards. I mean, not pop it. He bounces it. She circles it, and he's just really good because then you get a draw card. And then I run 2 cranes. He gets to draw a card, of course, like I said, if another spirit monster is normal or special summoned, which was mainly because of this like whole gimmick these guys have. Then I run Shinobird Crow. It cannot be special summoned once per turn during the player's damage step when this card battles opponent's monster. You can discard 1 spirit monster until the end of battle phase. It gains attack and defense equal to the attack and defense of the discarded monster. I only run 1 because I don't understand why you'd run more. Shinobird Pigeon just basically bounces your own monster. Or if you were going against another spirit deck, you get to bounce your opponent's monster, but that's probably not going to happen. We have Mirror of Yada, which just basically, if I need a normal summon a mono, I get to use this on him. And also protects him for a turn or 2 from battle. Pre-preparation of rights, because it searches out Shinobird's Calling, because it does mention the 2 ritual monsters. I run it at 3. I run 3 of their ritual spell, of course. 3 Shinobird Power Spot, because it just gains attack for all spirit monsters. And if a face-up wind monster control returns to your hand, you essentially get to search out a a spell card or a spirit monster. Spiritual Energy Settle Machine. As long as this card remains on face up on field, all spirit monsters remain face up on field and do not return to their owner's hand during the end phase, even if they're normal summoned or flipped face up. Discard 1 card in your hand during each of your end phase. If you do not, destroy this card. When this card is removed from the field, all face up spirit monsters return to the owner's hand. Legacy of Yada Gurasu. It's a little bit slow, but it's essentially a good draw card that they they're probably not going to waste an Ash Blossom on. They're probably going to waste it on they're probably going to use it on Shinobaroness. But I can play through a few negates, and then I run 3 of these, even though it bricks it a little bit. But usually, even if I do brick, it only takes me the draw to actually get a winning hand. Then the extra deck, which you might be surprised I run in a ritual deck, has fighting Dromedal to add a banished or a winged beast that's in your graveyard, because if it's destroyed, you could do that. And then Great Fly, because it gains all wind monsters more attack, and it also adds the monster back. Then 2 Herald and Mirage Lights. It's a good search that you can use effectively. A high speed rubber band shooter, which I use as a good normal summon for an extra normal summon if I need it. When the Wind Charmer Verdant is just another search if it gets destroyed, and I can search every card from my all the spirit monsters except Pigeon, because Pigeon has 1,800 defense. Celestial Observatory is in my side deck because you can recycle this level 6 right here and draw 2 cards. Magical Stone Excavation is a nice recursion card. Another Mirror Yada, because I didn't want to run 3 in the main deck unless I had to. 3 Pot of Avarice as monster recursion. These 2 Jar of Avarices, and then 2 Urgent Ritual Arts, because being able to bounce or circle your opponent's cards while on their turn is pretty decent. Okay, now let's go to the replays. I have one against the bot, and then the rest I think are people. Yeah. No, none of them are against the bot. So this is Nightingale before I added the extra deck. I think the first 3 duels is before I add an extra deck. He sets and pass. He sets try, I guess, whatever that is, and then that. Activate Shinobird Power Spot. Summon a Mono Wado. Activate Spiritual Energy Settle Machine. Discard him because I don't need him. He sets the Pendulum Scale. That's all I can do. I get Chalice Slime. Activate Shinobird Pigeon's effect. Chalice Slimes, which adds him, which adds Peacock. I get to add a card. And the Ritual spell. He gets Fusion Recovery. He special summons that. He activates Poly. Moonlight Can't Dancer. Activates Fusion Recovery. Attacks it. I get dealt 100. I reveal it. I summon him to search out a Shinobaron. Activate effect. Pop. Summon a mono. Give him Mirror of Yada. And I think I attack for game right here. No, I don't. Okay, so I attack. It returns to hand. I summon 2 tokens. And I get to add a card. I choose Crane. He activates Poly. He gets that. I get to keep a card. I get to keep it. He attacks mono. I set Legacy. I set Crane. He attacks mono, getting rid of it. Activate Crane's effect. Draw. Return Crane. That effect goes through. I had 2 spells. I pop the back row first. Special summon Pigeon. I get rid of cards from my hand. And I attack for game by bouncing his monster. Okay, next is against my best friend. He activates Reasoning. I choose level 1. I get past everything. I get rid of his negate. He summons Dream Mirror Mara. He spell summons Sprite, which allows him to add the card of Hypnagogia. He puts Terror on my field and Joy on his. Activate Pre-Preparation of Rites. I get Shinobird. He tributes away. No, he doesn't tribute away. Activate Kendalls. Searching out another. I search out Charlie Slime. Activate Charlie Slime's effect. Recycle Charlie Slime. Summon Crane. Tribute those two away to get No Baroness. Get a draw and then circle a card. Special Amano Iwado. I get Shino Baron. Get another Amano Iwado. And I leave him alive one more turn because he was complaining and calling me an asshole when I'm clearly not. I'm just playing the game like a fair person. He gets his negate. I attack with the token and win. The replay ended. Shinobird number 3 against Eder, or whatever his name is. He was just playing this deck. I don't have no clue what it is still. He just sends a bunch of cards to the grave. It has Wood Apocalypse in those. I activate Shinobi Power Spot and did another one. Charlie Slime, after setting Legacy. He activates Soul Levy, which essentially I search out that. I take 2,500. He activates Fiend Griffin. I get to draw a card. I draw a Crane. He gets to do a bunch of other stuff. I do another Charlie Slime. Activate Charlie Slime. Get Incantation Tau Zermandra. Add Shinobaroness. Activate effect. Draw. Circle. Summon Amano Wado and attack for game right here. Okay. Next is against the same dude. We were playing a match. I think it won because he disconnected, but even if he didn't disconnect, I was going to win. I got rid of the least useful card. Activate pre-preparation. No, I set a card, activate Shinobird of Rights, then pre-preparation of Rights, then I activate Talismanadria, which allows me to activate that. He just shuffles that card back. I get Shinobird's Calling. I Ritual Summon. I get to pop that and summon Mono Iwado. Attack. This actually helps me, so now I have my attacker without it. He Lava Golems me, though. Activate Legacy via Chigursu. I draw into a ritual. Take 1,000. I put Lava Golem attack and attack. He then attacks into Lava Golem, summons Unchained, destroys Power Spot, and then attacks into Lava Golem. Then adds Dark Spirit Banishment to his hand. Activate Pre-Preparation of Rites. Activate Candles. Recycle. And then I would have summoned both Shinobaroness and this. I attack, and this is where he lost connection. Because he had to summon Enchained, and then if he didn't destroy the attacking monster, I would have still attacked. I would have kept Shinobaroness on the field, and then it would all been up to that draw. Next is against Herb. I beat him, I think, on my first turn. He was playing Tunes. He normal summons the Blackstone Legend, activates the effect to get Toon Dragon. He adds Toon Black Luster Soldier. Then he adds Toon Kingdom by terraforming, and then it didn't really matter because I get a first turn Shinobaroness and Shinobaron. I activate pre-preparation rites, Shinobird's Call, shuffling it back, and summoning Mono Iwado. Activate Shinobird's Call again, summoning Shinobaron Peacock, recycling his monsters, adding this to Mono Iwado in case he battles into it, and he survived a turn. He does not. I think this guy also lost connection, or no, I think he quitted. He uses Pot Extravagant. Activate Toon Table Contents, adding Toon Black Luster Soldier. Using Toon Kingdom, activating Toon Page Flip, summon Toon Black Luster Soldier. Activate Incantation Chalice Slime. Candle's effect. Activate Power Spot. And then Bird Calling. Snow Baroness. Summon Mono Iwado. Attack with Shino Baroness. Then attack directly for 2/4. You can't activate effects, so he would have to destroy Shino Baron Iwado, but he couldn't summon anything. He activates Toon Kingdom. And yeah, he surrendered. And then finally, against Zanza Roga, he was playing dolls. Activate Incantation Pencil Plume. Search out Ritual Spell. Activate Bookstone. Search out Telza Manja. Its effect. Search out Shelly Sun. Do that. Summon Baroness. Shuffle those. He was playing Shadal Light Swarm. Add it to his Baroness. Attack. And then attack. Didn't activate Chalice Slime though. Yeah. So it's a pretty decent deck. Most of the time, if you do brick though, if you go second, that draw usually saves you. And even if it doesn't, you can literally just stall out until you win. Besides that, it's a pretty decent deck.